Yes, sir. Sir, I am Amit Roy, and with my colleague Mr. Jai Krishna Panda from Tubes Division Tata Steel Limited, a plant established in 1954, sir, and it is situated at Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. So today we will be presenting our case. Sir, this is the mill diagram. You can see here. Tata Steel has always been focused on creating a sustainable tomorrow. Tubes Division has carried out various initiatives to develop sustainable products. In this division, sir, we have two plants, standard tube plant and precision tube plant. We get raw material from our mother plant, Tata Steel, which is 2 kilometers away from our division.
The display needs to be changed to full slide projection, please.
It is in the full slide position, sir.
No, it is. You can go to display settings.
I think you need to again share with the
please
participants.
uncheck.
We are able to see 2 slides at a time.
Kindly uncheck the hide presenter view. Do a right click and uncheck hide presenter view. I think that should, no, not that one. You should be able to hide the presenter view.
This one.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. So, sir, what I'm talking that we get raw material from our mother plant, which is Tata Steel, and it is 2 kilometers away from our division. So these two plants, standard tube plant and precision tube plants, this produces conveyance, structura, and precision tube for the customers. In this slide, we can see the downstream of these plants, sir. In ST mill, there are 3 plants, and in PT, there are 3. So in this slide, it is explained, sir. An internal group was formed to take a project on DMAIC method, which aimed to produce greener steel. Vital among the notice area were energy consumption and effluent discharge. These two have benefits of environmental impact and cost impact. So these are the 2 problems which we have solved, and this will explain. Sir, we collected data for power consumption and analysis was done. In the graph, we can see the total power consumption and the production which has been there in our mills, and the specific power consumption, that is kilowatt hour per ton. So from this analysis, we found that the most power consumption units are compressor, lighting, and the mills. We have analyzed data for FY 18, 19, and 20. So after analysis, we have taken some corrective actions. As you can see, sir, in case of compressor, we have replaced our low efficiency compressor by state-of-art high efficiency Atlas Copco compressor. For overhead light, earlier we were using 400 watt sodium vapor mercury vapor lamps. Now they have been replaced by 120 watt LED lamps. The inefficient pumps which were used in mills are replaced by efficient pumps. We observe in some units of in mill, the mill is in stop condition, but those equipments are running and which are useless power consumption. So we have made the logic changes in PLC so that those equipments will stop when the mill is stopped. In the mill, sir, we use a high frequency welder, which is the maximum power consuming equipment. The point number 7, you can see, for that we have taken some actions, such actions like we have optimized the length of impeders and then optimized the size of work coils as per the tube size, and then ferrite core numbers have been increased or decreased as per requirement, and the coolant flow has been adjusted. So these actions we have taken to reduce the power consumption. So going forward, my colleague Mr. Jai Krishna Panda will tell us about effluent discharge.
Yeah, a very good afternoon to all. Myself Jai Krishna Panda. I'll be taking you through the remaining subsequent slides. So the second problem was discharge of high TDS water from our thickener tank. So thickener tank, it is basically a part of ETP, the effluent treatment plant. So we have our own effluent treatment plant inside our tubes division, and we treat all the process water used for different applications in the plant, like for cooling of heat exchangers, like coolant preparations, and so all these washing and canteen applications. So all the process water goes to after use in the plant, it goes to the ETP for further treatment. And as per the government rule, you can see at the right side of that slide, uh, as per the government rule for discharging any process water from any industrial plant at Jharkhand Jamshedpur, the TDS value has to be 2100 milligram per liter or below. So as you can see the first line, we were able to maintain this data as per statutory norms. We were operating at a level of 1200 to 1400 milligram per liter, but to reuse this process water, which is processed at the ETP and treated, the TDS value has to be below or less 500 or less than 500 milligram per liter. So this is the our process requirement, and but as you see, we were able to maintain a level of 1200 to 1400 milligram per liter. We were not able to reuse this water, so we were forced to discharge this water to whether out to the outside plant, or if if we had to discharge this water to our reservoir, then the condition of reservoir was getting damaged. So you can see the bottommost two pictures before starting of job part. So this was the condition of the thickener tank and the amount of sludge floating over the thickener tank. So the challenges for solving this problem was mentioned in the left hand side of this sheet. To maintain the environment norms of discharge water as per standard. So cleaning of thickener tank by mechanized cleaning, but outsourced process was taking too much time, and rectification of problem by in-house resource only and handling. But we had to ensure that the plant should not suffer. So that was the main challenge part. So at the right side of the slide, you can see the when we started the job, what was the condition of the thickener tank. When we empty out that thickener tank and transfer all the liquid to our drying bed, basically we have four dry beds where we transfer this slurry water and leave this water to dry, and over a period of time after drying we discharge the hard slurry to the government agencies. So by using a few mechanized processes, we transfer all the slurry and we started cleaning the thickener tank and design. And after cleaning the thickener tank, we found out the problem, which was the agitator of this part. So in the bottommost two pictures, you can see the agitator part after cleaning of tank. So the agitator was not able to scrap all the sludge from the bottom part as well as from the wall part of the tank. So that was contributing to high TDS value of the discharge water.
Well, here in this slide, we can see the benefits that we have got. And now in FY22, it has been coming to 3827 megawatt. When we have started in FY18, it is 26372. And in FY21, it is 21993. So we have reduced a considerable amount of power consumption. And for the effluent discharge, you can see, sir, in the top graph, the discharge what we are doing is 0, and there is a reduction of 22857, and at present it is 10239. So there is a considerable reduction, sir. Sir, the project is given us a benefit of 81.78 lakhs per annum, and by reducing the extra power consumption, we have also reduced the CO2 emission. And these two benefits have given us our company tube division has become the first in tube producing industry to achieve a CII Green Pro Award. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All the benefits are well